everybody, it's Mandy from Mandy Jean Chic. I was recently asked, after posting some pictures on Instagram and Facebook, how I budget and how I keep track of expenses and things like that. And I thought about it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of videos about it because it's a lot. Having a business, being employed, having extra income coming in and expenses going out. I mean, it's a lot to keep track of. So I thought I would start off just by showing you what I do from the household side of it. And this is a sugar paper planner from Target, say that 3 times fast, that was originally my monthly planner, but then I wanted something that had weekly pages in it. So I didn't want to just let this go to waste, so I made it my budgeting planner. Now, what I did, you guys have probably seen these paper planners before, but what I did on mine that makes it a teeny bit different is I made my goals on here, which I called them, I had these really cute bee stickers, so I said be serious goals. I know, kind of a dork like that. But I also put in a password sheet, so that way, if something were to ever happen to me, someone would be able to kind of pick up where my life was and get things straightened out. I can't tell you how important it is to have your life organized, because if something were to happen to you, a family member is going to have to step in, and they will appreciate the time you took to take care of things. Now, this was just my March calendar before I decided to switch this over to a budget planner. But this is my budget spread for April. I did decorate it because, wouldn't be Mandy Jean Chics without it. But what I do every single Sunday is I look at the week. And let me rephrase this. On the last Sunday of the month, which technically would be the 28th, but I wanted to film this video, so I actually did it yesterday. I go through and I look at all of my bills, all of my expenses for the month, and put everything down on my calendar. I look at the days that I'm going to get paid, any other income I have coming in. I get everything on my planner, so that way it's here and I can, as things are coming in or I remember things, I already have it started. I cannot stress how important it is to be organized when it comes to your finances. So what I did was I started off on the first of the month. I know I have 2 subscription boxes that are coming out of my account. So I list those. I can take that off. I list on every single Friday, every single payday, what I do is I pull money for groceries, buy a bag of dog food, and fill up my vehicles. Because I hate it when my vehicles are low on gas. There's nothing more annoying than that. So I put all that in. I also put in any appointments that I may have, so I know I have to have extra money for that. And I just go through, my internet, my gas, my other subscription box, my truck payment, DirecTV, a makeup class I did, my PicMonkey, Adobe, my Legal Shield. Now this is also a payday, so I wrote down, pull money for groceries, because I try to use cash for groceries. I have a dentist appointment. This is another payday, and again, groceries and dog food. Even though they're listed on here on the same week, I still want to make sure that I pull money because I'm fanatical about that. I want to make sure I pull enough every single payday so that way I can budget appropriately. My camera payment is coming out, and let's see what else I have in here. My bank fee, my car insurance, my Netflix, my house payment, and again, it's a payday, so groceries. Then what I also do is you'll see this little, it's just a journaling card, but I wrote down every single bill that I pay, so that way I can check them off. Sometimes, I know this may seem a little redundant, so if it's redundant to you, you don't have to do it this way, but it's easier for me to see the bills like this than it is for me to try to track them down in my planner. So what I do is once they're paid, once they're scheduled, I'll check them off in here. But once they're paid, I will check them off here. So like most of my stuff is scheduled now, so I don't have to actually make any payments. Well, I have to make the payments, but I don't actually have to like physically make the payments. Everything is basically scheduled. So I also put a little section. This is donations down here at the bottom. Now I keep track of my charitable donations because it adds up around tax time. And let me tell you, it's you should keep track of that. I also, on this side here, which this is what a normal blank page looks like, this just says notes. But what I did was I marked off my income that's coming in. Every expense, or every payday what I pull out. Every payday I fill up my PT Cruiser and my FJ Cruiser. I pull out money for groceries. I buy a bag of dog food. Extra expenses for the month. I make sure I list this down here too. Easter dinner, doctor's appointment, 3-day weekend. My PT Cruiser will need an oil change. So that way, next year, I can just look at this planner and look at the extra expenses, and it reminds me that I need to get my oil change that month because I did it last year. I also go through and, like in the month of November, I put a sticky on months that I just need to remember things. Like my FJ Cruiser registration is due in November. In December, my PT Cruiser needs another oil change. Let me see what else I have in here. October, my pop-up registration is due for my travel trailer. Let's see. In August, my PT Cruiser needs another oil change. I have to look and see when my FJ Cruiser needs an oil change and add that in here. But I also mark down birthdays and anniversaries and, you know, gifts that I need to get people. So that way, when I'm doing my budget, I can budget in those extra expenses. So that way I don't, how do I want to say this? I'm just trying to have a better control over what I spend and know what I'm spending my money on, because I'm a shopper and I will shop all day long. It's in my blood. My grandmother's the same way. My cousin's the same way. I think the only one in my family that does not like to shop is my mom, which is hysterical. But, so what I do is, let me put this back in here before I forget, because I need to get the due date for my gas bill. But what I do is I just make sure everything's in here, and then every single Sunday, I look and see what bills are coming out of my checking account. So that way, if for some reason I don't have enough money in there, which doesn't, I mean, it can happen, but I'm so used to my budget now that it doesn't, it's very rare. Like, I have to have a major expense to come up. But I can move money from my savings account into my checking account. It's just my way of kind of being in more control. So I hope that this helped. I'll continue to share my budgeting sheets and stuff like that with you guys, because as they evolve, I'm still getting used to having a budgeting book. I'm still getting used to budgeting. Again, it's evolving, and as I have tips and tricks, I know a lot of people use Dave Ramsey's envelope system, and I think that that is great. If that works for you, I think it's awesome. My concern with the Dave Ramsey envelope system is my own paranoia, I guess, of if someone broke into my house and for some reason grabbed those envelopes, you know, what would I do? What I actually kind of do is, I know all my bills, so I know how much comes out of my paycheck every single week that I need to save for bills. So I kind of have a general idea on that. If you are trying to start a budget or start a budget binder, I highly recommend looking at your bank statements and finding out where your money goes. If you are, you know, financially strapped right now and you're trying to figure out ways to cut expenses, look at your bank statements. Find out what you can adjust to help kind of alleviate some of that financial distress. I do work for a financial planner who has like instilled the importance of financial success and financial awareness to me. I am at 31 just now starting to get control over my finances, which is way too late. I don't care what age you are. I think that being financially conscious is important. And this is my first step to doing that. Oh, kind of funny note. My two minions on here, April 15th is the tax deadline, and it has been like the worst tax year ever for me at my office. So I am so tired of taxes and I'm so tired of 1099 questions. So I put these two little minions on here. This is kind of a joke for myself where, you know, this little minion's like looking at it kind of going, oh my gosh, will this day ever get here? And then this little minion's like fighting it off with a sword because it's over. I just thought that was kind of funny. So if you would like more budgeting videos or more financial management videos, I will gladly film them. If you guys would like, I don't know if he can do this or not because of compliance reasons, but if you guys would like some investing knowledge, I guess, on my channel or insight, I'm sure that my friend would film or talk about it, but it would just have to go through compliance. So if you're enjoying my organizing my life videos, I guess, give this video a like. How do you guys organize your financial future, I guess, or your finances? I think that it's really important to have an idea, and nobody can do it the same way because you have to do what works for you. For me, this is what's working for me, so it's just evolving. But I mean, how do you guys organize your finances? I would love to get some ideas and some thoughts because I think that it's really, really important. And one of my favorite trends for this year is the trend of living beneath your means, so to speak, where it's trendy now to be financially aware and budget and things like that, and I think that's awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!